Good afternoon, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd, and I'm Alex Moore here with another daily update brought to you by Wingspan TV. The boys basketball team is one step closer to state. Here's WTV's Maddie Owens with the details.
Trying to follow in the path blazed by the girls basketball team, the boys basketball team is now just 2 wins from its first trip to state. Things didn't come easy Tuesday night. Taking on District 9 5A rival Centennial at Louisville High School, the boys started out slowly, and that was the pace of the game as Centennial slowly pulled away for a 7-point halftime lead, 24-17. Centennial would continue to hold a lead through the third quarter, but entering the fourth, it was only a 3-point margin as the Titans led 31-28. However, in the fourth, the boys would clamp down on defense, limiting Centennial to just 4 points. Meanwhile, senior Carter Brown and the rest of the team would score 13 points for the 41-35 come-from-behind win. The win sends the boys team to Region 2 semifinals, where they will face off with one of the state's top 5A teams, Lancaster, on Friday in Garland. I'm Maddie Owens reporting for WTV Sports.
One privilege that is offered to juniors and seniors is early release or late arrival. Here's WTV's Vivek Sundararaman with more.
Early release and late arrival are popular options offered to juniors and seniors who are on track with credits and star requirements to graduate. Students who qualify for this opportunity will either be excused from first or fourth period and must provide their own transportation. Many students receive benefits from this freedom.
I'm able to work on those projects with even more time, and so I can devote more of my time during the day to those projects so that at times where I'm really busy, I can manage my time more independently from the regular school schedule.
But though this privilege has its benefits, there are some drawbacks involved in the experience.
When I have to stay after school longer than 2:30, say I have a meeting after school and I just stick around, well then that takes a lot out of me because my body's so used to the 2:30 early release that my mind is like giving up after 2:30. So 4:15 and after is really hard for me, and I guess that's a drawback.
Students may not be on campus when they are not scheduled in a class and must leave immediately after their last class. Abuse of this policy can result in disciplinary consequences, and the student will lose this privilege and will be enrolled in a class. Reporting for Wingspan TV, I'm Vivek Sundararaman.
Many students don't know about hidden art here on campus. Here's Wingspan's Utara Garg with the story.
Many students walk past the art displayed throughout the school every day. One of these pieces of art include tape sculptures, located near the art hallway made by students in the AP 3D class.
I wanted my AP 3D students to learn about proportion and how using parts can make a whole in a sculpture. So we used the human figure as our subject matter. And I thought of having them do something that was life-size, and that way they could see the proportion of their own bodies in comparison to what they were building or creating as a sculpture.
For the students, it was a process that took some work.
I learned about managing my materials because it took a bunch of tape and trial and error because sometimes you would make something and it wouldn't turn out right, so you had to make it again.
AP 3D is an art class where students must exhibit their knowledge of space in 3D through artwork such as sculptures, a different style of art from some other classes.
We learn the principles of art, the principles of design. We learn how to look at things in the round instead of flat. We look at it from 360 degrees, and so it's a little more complicated than just creating a drawing.
I'm Utara Garg reporting for Wingspan TV.
Track and field season is in full swing. In this week's My Life As, Wingspan goes into the day in the life of a pole vaulter.
I started pole vaulting in 7th grade in middle school. It was just something different to do, and I've always liked, high adrenaline sports, love to do crazy spontaneous things, so I decided it would be fun. My older brother did it, and so I was like, okay, I'll try it. Maybe he can help me. He didn't. It takes a lot. There's a lot of after-school practice. There's a lot of workouts that you can do outside of school, working on your upper body and core, because that's a lot of what it takes, a lot of core strength. We have practice every day after school, Monday through Thursday, for about an hour or so, because you can't really go that long because it's really exhausting when you do a bunch. So yeah, it's really fun, and I hope to continue to do it and get a lot better this season.
Looking for more from Wingspan? Find us at libertywingspan.com and at libertywingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. If you have an announcement you'd like to share, please forward the information to your club sponsor. That's it for today's Daily Update. I'm Alex Moore with WTV.